Righto, so I thought I'd do a quick catch up on the Honda CRF250L Rally. Sorry about the point and shoot nature of this video. It's just going to be a one-hit wonder, one cut, and I'll whack this up on YouTube. Any questions, anything I miss out, feel free to hit me up. So yeah, had this bike nearly 2 years now, and finally we've kicked off some real adventure riding over the last 48 hours. Came down to the Central Plateau from Cambridge, stayed in National Park, which you can just see in the distance there, the little speck of a town. Stayed there overnight yesterday after we tackled the 42 Traverse, which basically takes you through that to the other side. There's a town called Ofungo. Yeah, I think it's around there somewhere. But yeah, 42 Traverse, nice and challenging for me. I'm not an amazing adventure rider. I'd say I'm probably about an intermediate rider at best. And it was bloody good fun on the little rally. Very squidgy suspension, so I've got to adapt my technique when I'm hitting whoops and stuff, because the front end just plows into it and the back pops up. Still have the stock suspension. Yeah, haven't gotten around to doing anything about that. It is pretty squishy from factory. A lot of people rate the Race Tech front fork insert and chuck in Olin's or a YSS shock on the back. But it does all right. It gets the job done, and that's the main thing. So it's done just around 12,500 kilometers now. Not a huge amount of riding, but I do have two very tiny people at home to look after every day. So yeah, that limits the riding, so you enjoy it more. But yeah, so we'll just do a quick walk around. So up here, first mod I ever did, Barkbusters Jet handguards. As you can see, yesterday they got well used, and yeah, they do the job really well. Removable plastic bit there that you can switch around for different guards. So I'd like to get the Storm set for winter, just to give me a bit more protection. Yeah, around here I have classic old iPhone 6S mounted to the quad lock with the vibration dampener. Vibration dampener is not necessary for the older phones. The phone I'm filming on right now is an iPhone 11, and I'm a little bit iffy as to whether or not I want to actually still put it on there, because you've already replaced one iPhone because of high frequency vibrations from this little engine. Tyres are the only other thing I've really changed on this bike. So up front and out back, Shinko Adventure E804 and 805 tyres. And yeah, they've just been on there for a week or so, and they do a bloody good job, particularly for a budget tyre. $209 from bitsforbikes.co.nz for this bike. The rear is a 120/90/18 instead of an 80/18, but that doesn't affect it too much. And yeah, it's fuel economy, it's pretty good. Get about 200 k's to a tank before I start sweating. Varies depending on how much throttle use and whatnot. It's not really a highway bike. It'll do it, it gets the job done, but you're not going fast. At the end of the day, it is just a 250. Luggage wise, so I do have a set of the GV GRT panniers, Enduro panniers. This is the 40 litre GRT roll bag, and underneath got that for Chrissy. You can't quite see it too well, but that's the GV GRT tool bag, which just straps to the tail. That's got spare tubes and tyre levers in it and tools. And yeah, she's done pretty well. I've dropped it a few times now, put a few scratches in myself, but all in all, it's a cracking little bike. It looks the business. Everyone loves how it looks, and so long as you're not fussed about being the fastest around a trail or whatever, it gets the job done. It's enjoyable. The windscreen is an absolute must for longer stuff. Love it. It's somewhere to mount a GoPro as well. Yeah, the only issues I've had with the bike in the last 2 years of owning it is I stripped the sump plug, and that local Honda dealers wanted to replace the crankcase to fix that, but I've ordered that. Managed to get a engineer in Auckland to basically drill it out, rethread it, put a bolt in there which he had already drilled out, and yes, I've got a bolt on a bolt as my new sump plug, and that's been doing the job for 3,000 k's now. Other than that, there's been no real hiccups. The only thing that I've been finding frustrating is my cheap aftermarket charging system, which I've had to rewire a couple of times. It's not plugged into the auxiliary wiring mount, which you might be able to see down in there. But you can get a plug to go on there, and it wires your accessories into the ignition. But that's a job for another day. For now, I'm just enjoying the bike as it is. Got a big plan to do the Molesworth Station and Rainbow Roads on this in the coming month. Hopefully I can pull that off. And yeah, just enjoying it, trying to get it muddy as I can. And as you can see, I've done a good job of that the last couple of days. So yeah, if there's anything you want to know about the CRF250L Rally, there is a 300 model coming out. Whether or not that's coming to New Zealand or not yet, I don't know. I'm waiting for Blue Wing Honda, the local distributors, to let me know about that. But the 250 Rally, it's a great little bike, great little entry-level adventure bike, and I've been keeping up with some of the big boys. Well, not keeping up, they've been riders I've been riding with much more skill than I am, but it's been doing all the big trails with very few complaints. So if you want to know anything, hit me up in the comments. Otherwise, yeah, keep the rubber side down, keep on that throttle, and I'll catch you later.